leaving Device by himself, but fnatic have already spilled out onto the site, looking to try and get the plant down, and successfully endeavor just that. Magix, though, takes the head of Golden in amongst the process, and JW tries to get up close with the Glock, but misses a couple of bullets, and that could prove very costly and fatal for the rest of the troops. Crims, though, holding on for dear life with the Glock, gets in with 2 big headshots, and as ever, Crims is the bastion of hope for... Those are the kind of rounds, Dust, that you just cannot afford to let slip against Astralis. You've got to be ruthless. Whenever you have an opportunity, you have to snatch onto it. Magix with the secondary AWP has made it work as well, picking off Brolan early on. CT connector will make this a little bit more of a dangerous affair for the CTs to spill out in, but the fact that they've taken down Jaquinho is huge. That player up close has been dealt the fatal blow, and now the 3v5 takes shape. Dupree is waiting in the wings for the green light to go in for the flank, and this is the ace up the sleeve, but JW is ripping this round away. He's put all his chips on the table. He's gone all in. And Golden tagged down to a measly 8 HP, maybe called upon to clutch this yet. JW is still in there, still trying his best to salvage this round and gets yet another one. We said he's been a bit weak as of late, but this would be a beautiful moment to step up. But unfortunately, Device in mid-air, one beats him out of his boots. Yep, falling into place nicely. Both the AWPs are having quite a lot of success. Magisk may have missed that shot, but doesn't get punished. At least not for the time being. And Crims, who's on 2 HP, gets slam dunked by Zipek. Oh, peeking up before the flash has gone off Jaquinho. You just gift wrap that across the Device, and they're just going to be spilling in one by one. Device will not miss these chances. He's at the buffet, and he's devouring fnatic without any issues at all. 15 kills already, make it 16, why not? And the smoke keeps him alive from upper, make it 17, and he could even finish it off, and he does with a beautiful ace! Device is posted up close, so he can get that early intel, fall back. This is where the other elements of Magisk may start to come in, and Magisk has landed the headshot. 35 seconds to play with, and Crims goes in again. It's alright, I'm just crazy.
I'll just go stand
I'm
in the
just
corner.
talking to myself the whole time, just having conversations with myself. It's all good. Magisk go is going to be putting the bullet down range. Glaive pivots in for their second frag onto JW. Beautiful spray transfer. And that leaves Brolan in the blink of an eye and a 1-on-4. And well, here's the massive favourites coming into this game. Device waiting at the back of Grey Train. Smoke's now being put down range, as is Jaquinho. Courtesy of Glaive, Device is bypassing the smokes, and then will now show his hand with the CZ, and of course he cleans up. Off left and right. Magisk puts a bullet down range, connects the frag, and even though it's post plant, it's a 5-on-3. Good shot from Brolan. A shot that you probably expect Magisk to land more often than not. He's had a lot of success with his 11 kills with that secondary AWP. But fnatic keeping themselves just above the water. Brolan submerges Glaive, takes him into the deep waters in our last round, and looking to try and do more, and he does just that. It's a delayed, strange 1-by-1 formation back onto the site. Device puts the kill into Brolan, at least giving them an opportunity to get onto the plant, but now there's so low time that only one kill will seal the deal, and it's JW that goes in for the wide swing, takes down Device, and then finishes off Zipex with the Oil Train. This will make it harder for fnatic to go for that retake, and there is no flanking agent in effect either, so it'll have to be long-range incursions with the USPs. And it's unlikely that Astralis will pick too many times, but they actually have. And JW's just claimed ahead of Zipex, actually giving fnatic the player advantage now in this 2-on-3. And Magix alongside Glaive are going to do very well to hold on to this site. Glaive has been absolutely punctured straight away, and Magix has to try and clutch this 1-on-3. From the back of the site, he will strike with 2, and now we're playing the time. Crims has to tickle the bomb, and Magix...
To just getting spammed through a smoke like that, Vince, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I will hang my head in shame, but fnatic have at least gave themselves an opportunity to claw their way back into this bit by bit. Crims has got a
Sure.
second kill in a row. This puts fnatic into an advantage. Can't remember the last time we said that. And Golden, who's wrapping around the side, thought better of that. And Zipex could have been a dead man. He could still find him yet. But Zipex is going to get the drop put in, but Golden actually puts him down and upgrades to the AK.
Now it's up to Magus and Glaive to try to reel this one back in, and Glaive's already been absolutely chunked down. Does have some space, sure, but that's about all he's got going for Magus. Is now meeting back up with him. He mollies off the ladder so he can try to focus up on Ivy in the back of Old Bomb Train. They're using their utility really well to at least get into sight and maybe even get a bomb plant. But they're running low on time. The push will come through. JW says nah. And fnatic
isolated. He is alone against 3. Can maybe use this smoke though as a bit of an opportunistic strike, but Magisk just pivots around and takes his head off. I thought it would at least be a 1-for-1. But with him falling down, there's now an opportunity for Astralis. They still are low on time, and Brolan with the spray on point, putting that orb to use. Crims now posted on the site, goes down to the hands of Glaive. Seemed confused and perplexed as to where the teams were coming in from. And in amongst that chaos, he gets finished off. And now Golden, who's made a lot of noise through on Pop Dog, is not long for this. Niled. He's actually bypassed the green train. Crims isolated from Golden. Golden gets found and fragged, but there's Crims, who's not expecting the second player up so...
Rebuying.
Waiting. Gets pummeled instantly as they look to try and pillage and raise the site. Astralis spill out through the fire, through the flames, but Golden will make sure he suppresses as many of them as possible. The timing actually favoring Magisk there as Golden decided to go back on towards the site, and although there's a Molotov down, Device fancies himself to land the Deegs at that range. Understandable his confidence will be surging after this performance, and Magisk is just dipping out. He's like, listen, I don't really see a way forward of winning this round. Maybe he was thinking about trying to save a gun in Pop Dog, because there was a bit of carnage down there earlier. But that smoke pretty much seals this round up. Magisk hoping for maybe an exit frag.
Maybe he just tries to go in full tilt. Yeah, never mind. Golden's like, nah, I won't be letting you do that. And that's
Magisk playing up close. This is a position, especially with 5 players left, you expect to see someone in. Dupree, the backside of Royal, deals with JW, goes in for second, and is successful. Magisk has been put down, courtesy of Brolan, but all the CTs are dwindling away, and Device has picked up his 39th frag. Crims will be trying to make moves up close right now. Knows he's got no time, and Device fitting start over on Train, but already showing that he's no slouch, putting more damage down onto Glaive. Magisk finally will put him out of his misery and get the avenging frag, but the bomb's been spilled out, information gathered, and now fnatic know they can push up 2 more plays up middle, another 1-for-1 trade. And it's all about Brolan for me, because Crims is going to be going down to the hands of Dupree, and Brolan is trying to make moves up CT. Now keep an eye on the HP bars of Astralis. They are both low. Brolan could still clutch this.
Indeed, he could, and he might even be able to find a kit as well. It's sitting out in middle, so that will give him some options if they get a plant to have a bit more time to try to work things out. As you said, health is very low right now. Astralis, they played that really smart, though. Like, even though they lost out a lot of battles that they probably should have won there, they were able to kind of work it out. But the problem is they have no smoke to cross, and Brolan is right here to deal with them. He's sending out pot shots, but they worked.
A possibility, albeit fleeting at best. 40 seconds, Magisk now moving up. 2 players watching, and it's Brolan with the M4 that pivots in first for the kill. And now Zipex will be picking up the slack with the Mac-10. They still got a bit of time to burn, but they have to be careful because the bodies are hitting the floor so quickly through Astralis, and the Danes have been decimated. Fnatic hold W. That's where Crims can free himself up. The flashes are consistent, and they are on point. No bodies have yet been put down, but now the casualties are starting to rein in. The body count is maximizing for Fnatic, although Glaive is going to alleviate some of the pressure and goes in for another one. Dig didn't see it from his perspective, but Dupree's now going to get one of his own, and Glaive can maybe close this one out, but he's only on 3 HP, and Brolan will make sure.
It's kind of still tough. He's going to see what he can do. Great angle here on the Magisk. Great headshot as well. It could happen now.
3K to Brolan, but time itself is beginning to tick away. An enemy Device yet to get a kill, yet to get off the mark, but they not need to. Even with the kill, Brolan does not have enough time. He may not live to tell the tale. He was very close, but does manage to hold on.
And here's the thing, Vince. In these last 20 games that Astralis have played on Dust 2, their CT side's actually been the one that's been favored. They are near a 60% win rate on the CT side in comparison to the T, where they're near 53%. So that's a pretty big leap, actually, in difference on a map that historically has usually been a pretty attacking favored, or at least a lot of opportunities for the attacking team. It can be very hard to have a high win rate on CT side because sometimes it can be very hard to read where the attack is coming from.
Aggression. peeking through on B apps. Grenade proceeds to push, but still lands the man of Dupree and goes in for more. They walk in one by one, and Jaquinho, he is smurfing over on B site for this round. Device, alongside Magisk, remain, but JW should have them as soon as they come out of the smoke. Misses the shot that could allow them a little bit of safe passage. He backs away and baits in for Roland again. JW nearly gets finished off by the Molotov, and in the meanwhile, Magisk moves through as there is actually prodding them, making them as uncomfortable as possible. And Dupree now moving through the smoke. They're looking for the boost, and Glaive takes off the head of Golden. Dupree just being careful, and JW is hiding in the smoke. Oh, he's actually pinked him through the double doors. Device hasn't quite finished off the frag onto Roland, but now the cavalry and the support has arrived. It's Glaive. He's not satiated with his first headshot. He wants more, and he gets it. They haven't fully unweeded these two players that are still on the B side, which is Jaquinho and, of course, as ever, Brolan, who's got one already. Dipping off with a 15th frag, but now he has met his demise. Good Molotov placement will afford safe passage for Jaquinho for the time being, and they're doing a really good job of holding the line. Another incendiary is now being tossed down with a Molotov, and Jaquinho has to force him to the back of the site and actually gets more kills. They hold on to Golden down to 1 HP. And they are struggling. Oh. Another HG tossed up and over. This could finish off Golden and denies the bomb plant just for a couple more seconds before it finally goes down. Crimstone pops back up again. Dangerous game of whack-a-mole and puts the Galil to use on Glaive. 3v3 as Zipex goes in again. It's so chaotic, but it's going the way of Astralis. And Brolan is a million miles away from clutching this round. He needs to purchase more frags. There's one looking for a second. They're defusing the bomb behind the sanctuary of the box. And with a kit, they will make it work. They stick.
And now fnatic are on a halfway line. Upgraded just trying to sneak their way into B, but they're actually just running into the chainsaw that is Magisk is chopping them up with the M4. 3 already down, and it seems like this round has already been dusted off. Just Golden left with the P250, and he is another big round here. A big entry from Brolin onto Zipex. fnatic trying to build something here off the back of that previous round. It's a good start. Again, round 20. Glaive, though, trying to challenge at middle. Only good for one with the UMP. Device trying to get assertive here on Catwalk. Not going to find his man. Magisk did, but now he's left all alone. He's going to have to be a true magician to pull one out here. And unfortunately for him, some flashes he could throw from the corner as Zipex starts to feel a little bit of heat. That's a perfectly timed HG grenade. He's going to absolutely stuff them in the doors.
3 kills for Zipex and looking for more. JW's been smacked down to 7 HP. He has to just turn away and run for the hills. Left in them yet.
Indeed, 2 big kills. And it's just continuing to go in their favor as they're starting to even stop Astralis from saving over weapons after they've already conceded the round. Which is huge because it's not like Astralis' economy is that built up. So dropping all these weapons is actually going to put them in a spot where
Zipex with a deagle on the cross, tries to fall back. There's a gap in the smoke, but it doesn't get punished. He just needs to stay alive. He knows that rotational play is coming in, and Dupree with the deagle is putting down damage, death, and decay alongside Zipex. Zipex could push through the CT side at any given moment, and this is isolating Golden from the rest of his team, and that's the bomb that's gone down. The bomb's dropped outside of Heat, though. It goes from bad to worse, and they need entries desperately. Crims is the man for the job. Takes off the head of Dupree, and now Magic's stuck at the back of the car and try and maneuver himself into a potential clutch. Down go fnatic, and Astralis take both.